Every single morning, millions of us wake up to this silent mounting pressure. I'm talking about the business inbox. Before we even dive into the tech side of things, let's just take a second to think about the sheer gravity of inbox overload. You log in, grab your coffee, and bam, there's a literal mountain of communication just staring right back at you. Every single email demands your time, your attention, and some kind of action. Honestly, it can feel like you're running a marathon before your day has even truly started. Well, today, we're going to unpack exactly how modern technology is stepping in to solve this massive bottleneck.
So, let me ask you, are you spending hours every day just managing emails? We all know it's a relentless cycle, right? You get an email, you open it, you try to figure out what on earth they want, you dig around for the right info, type out a reply, hit send, and by the time you've done all that, 3 more messages have just popped up. It's not just tedious, it is incredibly mentally draining. And honestly, what's worse is that constant low-level anxiety. You know that feeling? That nagging worry that you might have missed something absolutely critical while you were just trying to clear out the junk?
Because here's the reality. Manual email management doesn't just exhaust us. It actively consumes valuable time that is meant for real business growth. Every single moment you're buried deep in that inbox is time stolen from scaling your sales, developing new products, or actually focusing on high-level strategy. You're essentially trapped doing administrative maintenance instead of driving your organization forward. And as businesses grow, well, this volume just increases dramatically, and that old manual approach simply breaks down. It's just not sustainable.
So what's the fix? It's AI email automation. We're looking at intelligent workflows that automatically categorize, prioritize, and respond to messages, completely without that constant manual effort. Now, I want you to look at this not just as another simple software tool. Think of it more like an intelligent, silent partner. It's a system that just seamlessly sits right there in the background, intercepting that daily deluge of communication, organizing all the chaos, and serving up only what truly requires your unique human touch. It literally transforms your entire relationship with your inbox.
Okay, let's move into our next section, the journey of a message.
To really wrap our heads around the power of this technology, let's trace the fluid path of just a single customer message from the very moment it hits an automated inbox. Step 1, the AI reads the message instantly. Think of it like having a superpowered digital receptionist who reads at the speed of light. No human eyes need to immediately rush over to the screen. The AI is already analyzing the vocabulary, the phrasing, even the structure of the incoming text, immediately laying the groundwork for what needs to happen next.
And that brings us to this absolutely fascinating capability called intent detection. This is the ability of the AI to instantly understand the underlying purpose, or the real request hidden within a customer's message. It actually senses the core intention and context rather than just doing a basic keyword search. Like, for example, if a customer emails you saying, "My software crashed and I have a huge presentation in 10 minutes, older, simpler systems might just flag the word software. But intent detection, it gets it. It understands the urgency, the panic, the specific need for immediate technical support. It really grasps the why behind the message.
Now compare this to overwhelming manual inbox sorting. You know the drill, scrolling through dozens of messages trying to figure out what's actually on fire and what can wait until Friday, inevitably leaving some super important messages buried at the bottom. Against that nightmare, we have instant AI priority classification. The system immediately spots that urgent technical support request we just talked about, and boom, it elevates it right to the very top. It ensures that critical customer needs are literally never buried under internal memos or random newsletters ever again.
Right, so once the AI knows the intent and the priority, a draft response is instantly generated using the necessary information. Based on the context of the email, it pulls the right details and formats them beautifully into a seamless workflow. Just think about how much time it takes you to type out the pleasantries and format a standard, polite response. It takes a minute, right? Well, the AI does that heavy lifting instantly, turning a 5-minute typing task into like a 10-second review task. It's a real game changer.
Which brings us to a really crucial decision point: manager review or automatic sending. And the best part? You remain in complete control. For highly sensitive or really complex issues, the workflow just pauses. It presents the drafted response for a quick human glance just to ensure absolute perfection. You read it, you click approve, and it's out the door. But for standard, repetitive stuff like password resets or simple status updates, the intelligent system can confidently just send the response on its own, giving that customer an incredibly fast resolution.
And guess what? The workflow doesn't even stop when the email goes out. A follow-up is scheduled automatically before the interaction even officially closes. Say you send a proposal, the AI automatically schedules a follow-up for 3 days later. If you resolved a support ticket, it schedules a quick check-in to make sure everything is still working perfectly.
the system guarantees that absolutely nothing falls through the cracks. It maintains this incredibly high level of proactive customer communication, and you don't have to rely on sticky notes or messy manual calendar reminders.
So, let's look at the bigger picture in our final section: reclaiming time and scaling operations.
When you pull back and look at the macro benefits of this continuous system across a whole organization, the compounding effect is just staggering. We're talking about organizations instantly reclaiming over 10 hours every single week simply by eliminating the manual burden of sorting and drafting. Just pause and think about what you could do with 10 extra hours a week. That is literally over an entire workday given back to you. Multiply those 10 hours by a team of 5, 10, or 50 people, you are looking at a massive competitive advantage. That's pure reclaimed time poured directly back into strategic business growth.
Breaking down these features into real-world business outcomes shows a really clear pattern. First, AI response generation leads directly to consistent, professional replies. It ensures your brand voice remains totally uniform and high quality, no matter how chaotic things get for the team. Second, intelligent workflows result in significantly reduced manual work, basically erasing all that repetitive data entry. And third, priority classification guarantees faster customer responses, which means your most important clients get attention first. Together, these automated actions translate directly into a significantly better customer communication experience across the board.
So the core pillars we want to take away from this explainer are simple: improved productivity, higher team efficiency, and true business scalability. Ultimately, you're transforming your communication from this daily, exhausting bottleneck into a streamlined, automated engine. Because when your team isn't bogged down in the inbox, their efficiency absolutely skyrockets. And perhaps most importantly, businesses that automate these repetitive tasks, they can scale gracefully. You can actually handle double the clients without having to double your administrative headcount.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. As your business grows and your email volume inevitably increases dramatically, how will you manage communication without automation? Can your current manual processes truly survive that next wave of growth without causing serious burnout or a major drop in customer service quality? Because AI email automation isn't just about saving a few keystrokes here and there. It's about building a rock-solid foundation that allows your business to thrive no matter how full that inbox gets.